Hi and welcome to the practice today, and thank you for joining me. So it's going to be a wrist strengthening practice, so not too long, but it's really important that we work into the finer parts of our body like our wrists, our ankle joints. Hi and welcome to this short wrist strengthening practice today. So we're going to be looking at really strengthening our wrists. Obviously that's the name of the class, just because we sort of kind of forget about the smaller bones and ligaments in our wrists, and our hands are important for so much of our practice. You think about all the downward facing dogs that we do. If you're trying to progress into arm balances, we need to have this strength in our wrists. So yeah, we'll be working through a few short exercises that you can then hopefully continue to do in your own time. I recommend trying to do it maybe around 3 times a week if you can. So we'll get started. To begin with, we're going to come onto all fours. I have got a blanket here. I know my knees get a bit sore, so if you want to use a blanket, you can. So coming into an all fours position, and we'll just have the knees underneath the hips and bring our hands down underneath our shoulders. So we're just going to move through a few cat-cows to begin with. So you can tuck your toes or untuck, and as you inhale, start to move your body forward. So you should start to feel into the wrists here. As you exhale, round through the spine, push the earth away for you. So push into those palms, and then inhale, come back through center, chest lift. Exhale round and continue to flow with your breath for a few more rounds, inhaling forward, and then exhale, open up through those shoulder blades as you push the hands away. 2 more times we'll go. Last one, and exhale. And then coming back to this tabletop, I just want to discuss the fingers a bit more and the placement of the hands here. So when you come into any of our poses, unless otherwise instructed, you want to try and have your fingers open wide. And a lot of the times we'll sometimes roll to the outside of our wrists, and that can cause injury through our wrist because we're leaning more weight to the outside when we actually have more strength in the inside. So you want to try and always press into the index finger and have your thumbs open wide. So it's almost like you're trying to get the thumbs parallel with each other. And then it's like pushing into the earth for the palms, but at the same time lift up onto the pads of your fingertips and draw them back. So there's this action of pushing away through the palms but drawing in through the fingers, and that's the sort of placement of the hands that you want, like for your downward facing dog, your arm balances, so that you've got more stability than if you plant your palms down. You maybe find that you don't have this 90-degree angle happening through the wrists and the hands. So if you press into the pads and just push the palms forwards and the pads back, you've got more space through the wrist here as well. So I just wanted to show you that. But we are going to come forward onto our wrists. If this feels too much for you, then lean back. And then I just want you to move back and forward. Just gently moving into the wrist, maybe taking it from side to side. And just close your eyes down and feel into the wrists. How does that feel for you today? And then we're going to swap it round. So we'll take our fingers out to face the side, so the wrists are facing in towards each other, and then moving from side to side. Just slowly, there's no rush. We want to get to know what's going on for our wrists. As I say, it's a place that we often ignore, so at this time the focus is all here. Keeping that awareness in, pressing one way, then the other. And then we'll bring the fingers in to meet each other, still trying to keep those wrists underneath the shoulders. And then you can move back and forth, up and down, into small circles you can choose. And then we'll bring the fingers in so that they're facing the knees, and you should feel this stretch a bit more through. I never know if it's the back of the arm or the front of the wrist, I'm not sure, but yeah, just down at the very bottom where you feel this stretch through that wrist. Just allow yourself to come forward a bit more if you can. You might even lift up so that it's more the fingers are on the floor and the palm of the hands are off. Just keep the thumbs down and then coming back down. Only if that feels comfortable. You might find that you need to do one hand at a time. And then we'll take the back of the hand, so maybe one hand at a time again, or if you can take both. You should start to feel that one. I know I do. It feels like it's good, but it's not, if you know what I mean. If you can, straighten the arms as much as possible, but no worries if you need to bend the elbows. Just feeling that for a few more breaths. And then slowly release. Just sit back on the heels for a moment. Give the wrists a little bit of a shake. So you should be feeling that a bit more now through the wrists. Just circling the wrists one way, then the other. And then just even flick those fingers. So just flicking the fingers, just releasing any tension, any stress through those joints. And just give them a little bit more of a shake. And then we're going to interlace the fingers together and just making small circles one way, then the other. Just allowing that looseness and flexibility through the wrists. You can hear a little bit of creaking through the wrist joints there. And then going the other way. As I say, there's no rush. Just releasing any tightness. And then we'll come back down onto all fours and just take the hand so that the fingers are facing back at the knees, close to the knees here. And then we're just going to lift the palm of the hands off again, like we did before. Thumb stays down and then lower it back. We're going to do that 10 times. So inhale, lift up, exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale, lower. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Just give it a little bit of a shake again. Feeling that, I hope. So we want to be feeling something right now. Again, just clenching those fists. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to start to work a bit more with either a weight or a block. I forgot to take my block into the camera now, so I'm going to use our speaker. So even a tin of beans would do for this one, or a block. And what we're going to do is either leg that you want to start with, either your right or your left leg, bend it, and then you're going to bring your elbow onto your knee, creating this 90-degree angle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lift up and down for a count of 10. So coming up 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take it down the way. So down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do it one more time. Up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it off. Shake that hand. We'll swap it over. And then going on the opposite side. So bringing that elbow to knee and just allowing the other hand to relax just now. Place it maybe on the hips and coming up for 10. Just make sure you're really gripping onto your block or whatever it is you're holding on to. 7, I think we're at. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Down for 10, 9. You might even feel that one side is more mobile than the other here. I know my right side felt a bit more flexible. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it off. Coming back down onto our knees. Again, giving it a little bit of a shake. Just take a moment here to breathe. Breathe into those wrists. Let go. Maybe you feel that energy pulsating through the hands, the fingers. And then we'll come back up again, either on your knees or you can sit on the heels, and we'll just stretch the right hand down, so fingers facing down towards the floor. And then opening up through the front of the wrist again. So we did this on the floor, so you just notice the difference in sensations trying it this way. And remembering that it's unnatural to have this 90-degree angle happening through the wrist and the hand. So go softly, don't push it too hard if it's not feeling good for you. And then we'll swap it over, so take the hand up the way this time. Maybe pushing the fingers back a bit more. Deep breaths in. And then we'll swap it, taking the front of the hand down. So the palm of the hand's facing you this time, stretching off. Maybe try squeezing that thumb in a bit so you engage through the hand here. Try and keep the arm long, relaxing the shoulders as well. And then we'll swap it over, push the hand up. So I know for me, I've not got much movement here. Just enjoying that stretch through the front of the hand. And then we'll swap it over, shake it off, and opposite side. So flip so that the palm of the hand's facing away from you, fingers down. Just straighten the arms away as much as you can. You'll also notice you're getting a bit of a stretch through the shoulder blades here as well. So just notice when you're coming into these poses, sometimes I know myself, I'll hold my breath and really kind of focus. So try and relax as much as you can. Just allow whatever's happening to happen. So you generally want to hold it maybe for anything from around 5 to 10 breaths. I think that's been about 10. We'll swap it over, fingers facing up, palms away. I'm actually feeling the burn through my shoulders as well now. So long, deep breaths, release any tension. And release it. We'll take the hand away. So the palms facing towards us, the front of the hands away. Stretching through the front of the wrist. Deep breaths. Excellent. And last time, we'll swap it over. Hands facing, fingers towards us. Try and squeeze that thumb in a bit more. Oh, I don't know if I can keep my hands up any longer. And release it down. Just take a moment here, maybe close the eyes. Just feel into what's happening right now. What's your experience? I'll take a few more breaths here. And then opening our eyes, we'll come back, right hand. I'm sorry, I don't know if I've been mirroring you, but I'll try and mirror you now. So we're going to take our right hand and almost like you're putting a glove on here, and then pull the wrist down with the other hand. So you're pulling the skin down and then start to grasp the hand. So we're going to do this for 10 counts. So when you're ready, grasping for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, just hold it for a moment and then we'll do it again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. One more time, down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it a shake off, swap it over opposite side. So pulling that glove on, pull the wrist skin down, and then reach those fingers as wide as you can, pointing through the tips, and then squeezing down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, and then again 10, 9, 8, keeping that awareness in your hand. Just look at everything that's going on for you during this stretch. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, hold it here, reach those fingers, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Shake those fingers off. Just going to do one more stretch here. It's more for the forearms this time. So we have been doing similar movements, but this time, as you know, the wrists are joined to our forearms, and our forearms take a lot of pressure and a lot of our balance in the downward facing dog. So it's important that we stretch and strengthen these areas as well. So what we'll do is we're going to come back up onto all fours. Couple of options here. To take the weight away, you'll sit back on the heels more. To apply a moderate amount of pressure, you'll be just underneath the shoulders. Or for some people, they can come out into plank. So what we're wanting to do is lift up and come back onto just the pads of the fingers and lift the palms completely off the floor. The thumb will just be hovering the tip of the thumb on the floor, and then we're going to lower it down. We're going to do that for a count of 30, and we're going to go for 3 times. So by now you might start to feel your wrists on fire. Stay with it, but of course if you need to take a break, then do so and join back in when you're ready. So as I was saying, it'll be this option. You might sit back to do it, you might move forward, or if you have the strength and you want to come up into plank and lower down and come back up, do that. I don't have it, and you don't want to make sure that you're not placing any pressure that doesn't need to be there on the wrists. Remember, we're trying to strengthen, so the full plank might not work for you, might just give you an injury, so be careful. So when we're ready, we're going to start on the next inhale, lifting up and down for 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it off. Whew, feel that? So we're going to do that again 2 more times. Again, if you need to, just come back slightly. Don't apply so much weight. And this time I'm going to try a different way of counting because I was too busy concentrating and not forgetting what number I was on. So when you're ready, try and make sure you engage the core through this as well, so we're not dumping into the lower back area. Keep that spine nice and long. And when you're ready, we'll begin for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it off. Oh, I'm feeling that. I don't know about you. One more time. Just shake it all out, and then just give our hands a little bit of a squeeze, and we'll go again last time. Try not to rush it. I know if my counting's a bit fast, just go with your own breath. It's inhaling and exhaling, and when we're ready, inhale up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release it there. Take a moment, whatever you need to do with those hands, if it's just find some stillness or circle. So you should hopefully really start to feel that up the forearms. It's a really good one to incorporate if you can try and do it, if not every day, every other day. We've just got one more to do. So first of all, just circle around through those wrists slowly, feeling into that tension, releasing and letting go. Going one way and then the other. And then the last one that we're going to do is just bringing and interlacing our fingers together and just pull the fingers away from each other. Elbows are up high in line with the shoulders perhaps, and just feel that stretch. It might feel quite good after all those strengthening exercises. And then take it round the other way so the fingers are facing you, and again, just pulling them away from each other. And then from here, we're going to lift up. And as you lift up, a lot of the time we'll push up through our fingers. Try and keep your fingers as close together, thumbs and pinkies together, and push up through the wrists. As you come up, keep the spine long. Notice if you're arching through the back, although it's not so important that we're not really focusing on our core. If we can be strong through our core, it helps to stabilize everything else. So keep that nice long spine, push up through those wrists, holding it here. And then slowly release, letting go a sigh. So yeah, that's us, a little wrist strengthening class for you today. And as I say, recommend doing it as often as you can, maybe not every day, but you'll notice if you've been doing it there, how different that feels, and actually just focusing on this area, an area that we don't sometimes pay a lot of attention to. So the stronger that we are in the wrists, the stronger that we can be in our practice. So remembering it's all the other smaller parts of our body, everything matters. So yeah, try and do it and let me know how you get on, and I will speak to you later on. I'll see you all soon. Bye. So yeah, I totally recommend incorporating this short sequence into a practice. If you can, if you don't have a chance to do anything else, then come back to this and sort your wrists out, because they'll help you for every other part of your practice that involves you being on your hands. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all again soon for another class. Thank you. Bye.